Okay.
Hello, today it's the 11th October. So my name is Senjimana Jean-Pierre. I'm a student at Southern New Hampshire University. I'm learning my Bachelor of Art in Healthcare Management at College for America, Southern New Hampshire University. I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview, use information the project called Government and I. So this project is included in the goal called Contribute to Society. The interview will be used to create this project Government and I, and will be submitted to College for America. So this information will be probably stored in a College for America online evaluation system, which only evaluator and the staffs at the College for America will be the one to access it. So do you have any question, Olivia?
No.
Do you give your consent to be interviewed and be recorded?
Yes. Yes.
So here there are questions we are going to talk about. It's a 4-question. So the first question is, what are the 3 branches of government?
Okay. So in the United States, we have the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branches of government.
So what does each branch do?
So the executive branch, that's like the president, the vice president, his cabinet, a lot of other people. And their main job is to enforce the laws that the legislative branch comes up with. The legislative branch, that's their responsibility, is to make laws. There's like 2 parts to that. There's the House of Representatives and the Senate, and kind of go back and forth and make laws together. And then the last branch, the judicial branch, interprets the laws in the context of our Constitution. So they balance each other out.
Democrats and the Republicans are major parties. Can you name the 3rd party?
There's a lot of third parties, but one of the ones that comes to mind is the Libertarian Party. There's also a Green Party. There's a whole bunch of them. So those are 2.
So what is the basic process by which bill becomes law?
Okay. It could be a long process. So first, someone in either the House or the Senate in the legislative branch drafts a bill, comes up with it, and then they introduce it to whatever house they belong to. So a House Representative will introduce the House Representative, a Senator will introduce it to the Senate. And then it goes through like a committee review process. It gets referred to a committee. There's a whole bunch of committees for different types of bills. I don't know, like maybe an energy bill would go to an energy committee or, something like that. And then after that review process, they'll make changes to the bill before they vote on it. So then it'll be voted on in either the House or the Senate, and then it'll go to the other side. It has to pass both sides before it goes to the president. And then once it goes to the president can sign it, and that's how it goes.
Thank you so much.
Yep. All right, is that it?
Hi.
Hello.
So today it's the 11th October 2021. My name is Senjimana Jean-Pierre. I'm learning my Bachelor of Art in Healthcare Management Concentration with Global Perspective at the Southern New Hampshire University College for America. I'm conducting this interview as part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use the information in the project called Government and I, which is included in the goal called Contribute to Society. The interview will be used to create this project, Government and I, and submitted to College for America so that my project can be evaluated. So the interview information will be important, will be stored in College for America online evaluation system, to which only evaluator and the College for America staff will only assess this interview. Do you have any question?
Nope.
So do you give your consent to be interviewed and be recorded?
Yes.
So first of all, tell us your name.
Yeah, my name is Nizia.
Thank you. Here we have questions. We have 4 questions that we are going to ask you. So the first question is, what are the 3 branches of government?
Yeah, so it's the judicial branch, legislative branch, and executive branch.
Mhm. So what does each branch do?
So the legislative branch has the responsibility of making laws, and then the executive branch enforces them, signs them into law, and then the judicial branch sort of figures out like how the law should be applied, like in terms of our Constitution.
Mhm. Democrats and the Republicans are the major parties. Can you name other third party?
The only 2 third parties I know of are the Libertarian and Green parties. Yeah, there's more, but they're smaller. They don't ever get enough votes to do anything really.
Mm. What is the basic process by which a bill become a law?
So the basic process is that the legislative branch, which has 2 parts, the House of Representatives and Congress, they make the laws, like they draft a bill, gets reviewed, it gets voted on, and then if it passes both sides of the legislative, then it gets sent to the executive branch for approval.
Mm. So thank you for your participation in this interview. Hello, after conducting the street interview with Venezia and Olivia, now we are going to see the 3 branches. We are going to talk about the 3 branches of government. So the 3 branches are the legislative branch, executive branch, and the judicial branch. So what each branch do? So the judicial branch, the legislative branch, they provide laws, while the executive branch are in charge of implementing the laws. Also, the judicial branch are there to make sure that if the laws are, being followed, So how does those branches connected? So these branches are connected like the organs of the body. So if the legislative provide the laws, executive branch is there to implement the laws, and also the judicial is there to make sure to control if the laws are being followed. So how these let us see how these 3 branches they regulate each other. So the check and the balances system power each branch of the government with the individual power to check the other branches and prevent any other branch from becoming too powerful. So let us see the image that explains well these three branches of government. Image of the three branches of the government. The first one, as we have said, is the legislative, which is made up the Senate and the House of Representatives. Also, there is the executive. Executive is made up with the president and the vice president. The third one is judicial. The judicial is made up with the the court or it is made up with the court or the federal. So after seeing the three branches of government, let us see the major parties in the United States. As the Olivia and the Nezia have said, there is Democratic Party and also Republican Party. There is also different other parties like Green Party and the Rebel parties. So now let's talk about the Republican and the Democrats. So the Democratic Party was founded in January 8th in 1828, while the Republican Party was founded in 1854. The main founders of these parties were George Washington. Also, there is Alexander Hamilton and John Adams, who founded the Federalist. So there were the different civil wars in North America, which resulted into the separation and the two parties and the two political parties changed the mission, where Republicans became more concentrated on the economics and the development, while the Democratic Party was concentrated on the politics. So they made the minor parties are there to help when the two major parties are disagreeing on the given decision. Also, they participate in some political activities like ensuring if all people are getting equal rights. Here there is image shows the Republicans and the Democrats. So the Republicans are presented by their logo is presented by the elephant, while the Democratic Party their logo is presented by the horse. Also here you can see the image of the former president of USA, who was Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a Republican. Now also there is also the image of the current president of USA, Joe Biden, who is a Democratic from the Democratic Party. So after seeing the image shows the two political parties, and also listening to the street interview, Olivia and Inezia have also talked about how a bill become a law. So to add on what they have said, a bill starts as an idea where Senate, who is the sponsor of a bill, introduce an idea which will solve the problem of the society. So after introducing the bill to the Senate, a bill is discussed and agreed, or it can also be rejected. So after being discussed and accepted, a bill is sponsored at at the stage, and it goes to the committee. So the committee discuss about it and make a decision about it. Later, after adding some collection on a bill and change some of the ideas, so a bill is taken to the president for signing it. So when it spend 10 days without rejecting or accepting it, a bill become a law directly. So when it is rejected, it is taken back to the it is taken back to be evaluated and be checked. So thank you for paying attention for this video.